The supplies you're going to need for this project are Transparent Glitter Glitz in crystal, light yellow, light pink, spring green, cotton candy, and sunshine. We will also be working with the Winter 1 Vintage Hues Acetate. You will need sticky paper to use as a background for your acetate image, sticky tape to put your project together with. You will also need 3D crystal lacquer, an application spoon, and an anti-static brush. Other supplies that you will need are pattern paper, ink, sticky back canvas, paper flowers, and coffee filters. To begin my project, I simply cut my design from the Winter 1 Vintage Hues sheet. Of course, I saved the others to use on future projects. You want to work on the back side of the image. This will be the duller side. Looking at my image, I determined what portions I wanted glittered. The first part I worked on was the front of the little chateau. The transparent crystals work best on the vintage hues, and light pink matched the lightest color found on this portion of the building. I applied 3D crystal lacquer to the image, then covered with my light pink crystal glitter, tapped off the excess into my coffee filter, and poured it back into my jar. I moved on to each of the additional sections I wanted to glitter and repeated this same process. I have found that in between changing colors, I can use my anti-static brush to clean up any glitter that might not have made it into my coffee filter, and now I can just put it back into my jar. While my piece is drying, I used a paper cutter to cut my sticky paper to the size that I needed for my image. It's much easier to do this before adding glitter to the sticky paper rather than waiting until after. I then removed the protective covering from the sticky paper and applied crystal clear glitter to the sticky surface. With your anti-static brush, brush off any excess into your coffee filter and then pour back into your jar. Once my image was dry, I used my 3D crystal lacquer to adhere it to the glittered sticky paper. Did you know Janelle has a wonderful video on how to mount acetates and not see the adhesive? You might want to take a look at how she does this, and in that same video, you will also be able to see how she applies the glitter to the back of the Vintage Hues acetates. In keeping with the vintage look of my focal image, I found this pattern paper in my stash and added a bit of ink for a distressed look. I dipped my paper flowers into a tiny bit of liquid glue and then sprinkled on 2 shades of my favorite color. Can you guess? That's right, pink, in cotton candy and light pink crystal glitter. It's a lot of fun to customize my flowers in any color to match my project, and even more fun when I'm able to do it with glitter glitz. Here are a couple of pictures to show you how spectacular the glittered image looks, especially mounted on the glittered sticky paper. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I can't begin to tell you how quick and easy the PK Glitz Vintage Hues are to work with. Stop by and visit their store. While you're there, sign up for their email list to be notified of upcoming tutorials, jammy classes, store specials, and so much more. Thank you, PK Glitz, for having me as a guest designer this month.